We wanted to follow up on some disturbing images that surfaced on social media earlier this week. Congresswoman Nancy Mace joins us to share what she and her family endured and the message she has for the vandals and her constituents. Congresswoman, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Good to see you again under pretenses we don't enjoy. It was a terrible day yesterday for my family.
It certainly was. First of all, maybe you can tell us when you made the discovery and what you found on your home.
Well, in the early morning hours of Memorial Day, my home was vandalized with graffiti and spray paint. And I didn't find it until in the morning of Memorial Day, and the police were already on site at my home. And they defaced my house, my steps, sidewalk, street, with profanity, with anarchist and Antifa graffiti and symbolism, and just very ugly messages that no child should have to see. I mean, this is my home. This is where I live. This is where I'm raising my two kids. And we've seen political violence and political rhetoric really ratchet up over the last year and a half or so. And I'm just asking people to just take a pause, take a moment, take a deep breath, and think about what we say and how we say it and how we act towards our neighbors, our community, our friends. Even when we disagree politically, everyone should feel safe in their own homes.
Now, 3 Daniel Island parks were also vandalized. So why do you think that they were targeting you specifically and public spaces on Daniel Island?
We're not sure. The police are investigating. I know that my home in particular was targeted. My name was spelled out in the graffiti and in the photos that you'll see online. The sense is they were perhaps defacing other items on their way out after they hit my home first. But the local law enforcement are investigating this, and I hope whomever they find, person or persons, are prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I mean, this kind of thing has got to stop.
Well, the graffiti incidents, according to reports by the Post and Courier, happened a day after an unknown number of people used a large hammer or some other object to smash part of the pedestal of the Denmark Vesey monument at Hampton Park. So do you think that these incidents are connected in some way?
We just have no idea. I know the Denmark Vesey monument that was defaced. It was not done with spray paint, so I would imagine we don't know. We just have no idea if they're related or unrelated. But what we do know is that people feel emboldened today for whatever reason that they can attack others for their political beliefs. I was specifically targeted in this attack, and it's not the first time. 7 months ago, my vehicle was keyed with an expletive on the day of a debate that I had in the middle of the campaign. And every time I think things have calmed down, it's safer again, all of a sudden something happens and I'm caught back where I was before, looking over my shoulder. And if whomever did this thinks that they're going to intimidate me or anyone in my family, then they can think again. And we're going to be after whoever did this and hope that the police will find them in short order and that they are prosecuted for what they've done.
And we've been seeing hot tempers on both sides of the issue. And what would you say would be the most constructive way for people to voice their concerns, voice their feelings, and to actually be heard? Because a lot of times people, they do these things sometimes to be disruptive, other times out of frustration. So what is the best way? Who's the best person to be that sounding board or body of people to be that sounding board?
Rather than elect the person that represents you politically, maybe write them a letter, send an email, make a phone call. Our office is open all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week. We're here. I mean, we answer questions all day long. And even when we disagree politically, part of the United States, part of the beauty of being in our country, being in a free society, is the American experiment, which says, we should be able to debate ideas, debate ideology, and not be attacked. But we've seen these things, and it's been both sides, Al, you're exactly right, being ratcheted up. And I think in large part, social media has been a terrible contributing factor. And I would just ask folks to just take a step back from the computer, take a deep breath, and understand that what we say and how we say it, how we act, impacts real people and real lives. And everyone, regardless of their political beliefs, should feel safe when they go home at night. And this is not okay. And I'm going to continue to work hard. I'm not going to stop doing the job that I was elected to do because someone wants to attack me or my family. That's not going to happen.
Well, we're glad to see that you and your family are safe. Finally, though, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about any new developments. You're a very busy lady on many fronts. So anything happening on Capitol Hill since the last time we spoke, which wasn't too long ago, since then, anything new that we should be keeping our eyes open for?
There's still negotiation going back and forth with the infrastructure package between Republican and Democrat leadership right now. I think we're at a stalemate at this juncture. I'm hoping that we see some sort of agreement by the end of summer. Every time that we think we're going to have a meeting within the infrastructure committee, usually it gets pushed back, which is frustrating. But Republicans are willing to work with Democrats on a package as long as we're not raising taxes. And so the latest proposal that we've seen is one that would not raise taxes. Republicans would like to use unspent COVID relief funds. If the money's already out there, let's put it to good use.
Congresswoman Nancy Mace, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're back in 2 minutes.